everybody's favorite person on planet Earth has got to be Don Lemon. I've got to tell you, Mr. Lemon, I know lots of Negroes, and I ain't never met one with the last name Lehman, okay? Just like I ain't never met one with the last name Smollett, and we saw how that all worked out. And you're basically running around here as the Jesse Smollett of the journalist, dude. You're like pretending to be like, oh, I just saw a MAGA flag, an American flag sitting in the parking lot. So I went to the Baptist church, and all of a sudden these angry black people just walked in, and I was only there to record. That was it. Don, you and your down low microphone right there, I guess that's what DL stands for, is down low. You know, you walk around here and you talk to people and nobody agrees with you. Like, do you ever just get the point that like average Americans, which is like probably everybody in America that's not famous or, you know, doesn't have a name, right? Like you're like, I'm having a John Madden moment. Don, I just want to say something. Let me get closer to the mic. You, sir, are
The border illegally is not a crime?
No, it's not a criminal act.
Okay.
It's
all right, first things first. That is a crime. Okay, Don, it's a crime. All right. Doesn't matter how many times you say it, Mr. Lemon.
misdemeanor.
So why are they being sent back and saying that they're breaking the law?
That's the point.
Okay, as somebody that actually...
We don't know if they're breaking the law because they...
We don't know if they're You're just here in my backyard sneaking across the border. I don't know you. I don't know you. I would be just like this. Yeah. I don't know you. We don't know if they committed a crime.
Due process. Where's the evidence? That's the whole point. And if they are breaking the law, most people will say, okay, then they need to go if they're criminals. But if they're not, why are they being rounded up and sent out? Especially when he promised to deport the criminals.
Don, you would have to arrest the illegal immigrants to find out if they are committing crimes. Because you wouldn't know because they're not. Do you get what I'm saying, Mr. Lemon? Lemon! I'm sorry, that's what I'm going to start saying from now. He's a lemon!
I don't think we're going...
Misdemeanor is not a crime, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
So misdemeanor is not
It's
a
not
crime?
a criminal act. No. If you get charged with a misdemeanor, that's not a criminal act.
Charged at all?
What are you talking about, Don? What are you talking about? A misdemeanor is a crime. What are you talking about?
Criminal act.
Because we have different levels of crime. Everything is not the same.
So it is crime.
No,
It's just
we have
levels.
different levels of. I shouldn't say crime, but it's not. It's not a crime. You're not breaking the law. I mean, you are breaking the law, but it's not a criminal act.
So it's breaking the law.
It's
No,
breaking the law, but it's
you're
just
not breaking the law.
You don't break the law if you're illegally here.
Get pulled over, DUI.
That's not a criminal act. Well, no,
It's a
if you're
misdemeanor.
speeding, is a misdemeanor.
It's a misdemeanor.
Right.
So it's still breaking the law.
Okay. Well, if you want to qualify that, we're doing semantics.
Because
But
what
what I'm
if you
saying,
get pulled
but
over?
what I'm
having this conversation with a mic that has that I can only stand that. I mean, I know it stands for Don Lemon, but we're going to say it stands for down low.
it's all not one thing.
But is it the law?
What is it? The law that what?
Is it a law to come
Is
over
there a
legally?
law?
Is there a law?
There are rules that processes that you should follow. Yeah. So you're breaking rules. You're breaking the
You're breaking the rules,
rules, but you're
not the law.
not necessarily breaking a law.
So what happens when you break the rules?
Then you suffer the consequences. But the consequences should not. Look, no one is saying no one should suffer the consequences. You guys are getting things mixed up.
And after the great Baptist invasion of the Don Lemon, as he didn't coordinate, just so happened to be a multi-million-dollar famous liberal journalist, right? He just so happens to see an American flag that he mistakes for a MAGA movement and ends up in this Baptist church, which is complete and utter BS, right? This was all coordinated. But he shows up to this church, and now he's in here with the microphone shoved in the pastor's face.
What do you think of this? I mean, this is unacceptable. It's shameful. It's shameful to interrupt a public gathering of Christians in worship. So,
But there were folks who will say,
I have to take care of my flock.
okay, but listen, we live in there's a constitution of.
Yeah, Don, there's a Constitution and First Amendment, but there's also like respect, right? And you don't go in people's barbecues or churches to invade their privacy and what they got going on because you're so passionate about illegal immigration. Shut, man, this is sick.
To freedom of speech and freedom to assemble and protest.
Yeah. We're here to worship. We're here to worship Jesus because that's the hope of these cities. That's the hope of the world is Jesus Christ.
I want to be very respectful. Please don't push me, though.
He ain't push you, Don. Chill out. See, Don always trying to set up the victim plot. Don't put your hands on me. Don't touch me. I slapped the
Here to worship Jesus.
Yeah.
in Minecraft.
That's why we're here. Okay, that's why we're here. That's the hope of the world is Jesus Christ.
I want to be very respectful. Please don't push me, though.
We're here to worship Jesus.
Damn, Don. You got my man leaning back, bro. He's doing the Fat Joe. I don't want to smell your hands. You look like Tyler Perry. Don Lemon has got to be. He looks like Tyler Perry playing Jesse Smollett, bro. Like, this is what this is.
We're here. Okay, that's why we're here. That's what we're about.
Don't you think Jesus would be understanding
we're about
and love these folks?
We're about spreading the love of Jesus.
But did you try to talk to them as a Christian?
No one is willing to talk.
Okay.
I have to take care of my church and my family, so I asked that you actually would also leave this.
Get out! I say we lock him up.
Unless you're here to worship.
I'm always worship. I'm a Christian.
You are not a Christian. Don't you ever say that. You are the furthest thing from a
How
Christian.
you gonna believe in the Lord? You a sis.
You might go to church. You might play the tangerine and be one of the little choir boys like they did, because like how the black churches, they always got a gay black dude back there, all sassy. It's a world. Yeah, you know them. Yeah, you know the ones. They sissies. I'm gonna give you a scenario here. Like, let's say there's a Buddhist journalist, right? And he's documenting social justice problems. You think the Buddhist journalist is going to go into a Buddhist temple and then get all up in the monk's face and be like, how do you feel about all this? How do you feel? There's black people being deported. How do you feel? Ha! Gonna get beat up. So here's Don as he's got kicked out of the church and he's standing on as the people within the church trying to praise Jesus are leaving. Don is standing on the outside in the damn snow, looking like a YN over here, talking about, hey, how you guys feel about this?
That wants to praise the Lord with my son, and now I got to go home. I'm sorry that you guys are so angry.
I'm just chronicling. I'm not with the group.
What do I have to say?
Can you understand why they're?
No, that doesn't make any sense. You can't say I'm not with them, but like I agree with them. Like, why don't you want to talk? Things don't work, Don. You're not at CNN anymore. Big like. People aren't falling for this shit.
Any of this, because I'm a simple man. I'm a simple man who loves the Lord and is a good father. This is what we look forward to, is coming, being with our family and praising Jesus, and that's not something that we have to run away from. So this is kind of a bad day for us. But, we're going to heaven, so that's the best news.
He's basically saying you ain't going to heaven, you damn heathen.
Do you understand that some of these folks feel voiceless?
I don't.
Don, we can hear them. We've been hearing them for 10 years. Hands up! We've been hearing that shit. We've literally been hearing it. We hear you. It's like you guys have hocked the loogie out and then like regurgitated it. You just keep spitting it in each other's mouth. We hear you. Trust me. I know. White cops bad, Trump bad, blah, blah, blah. I get it.
My son and I love you guys, and that's
He lying. That's a real Baptist thing to do right there. I was raised as the Baptist. What that means is I want to smack the shit out of you.
Journalists, they're activists.
the simplest thing we can say is that we love you guys.
What do you mean?
Don Lemon is not an activist, by the way. He is a journalist.
We want everyone to come to heaven.
Yeah.
That's the main thing. We want folks to go to heaven, and if we need to talk about these things, then this isn't the time for that, really.
But don't you think until we go to heaven, if you believe in that
Don, you're not going to heaven, dude. You're not going, dude. You're not.
there should be some sort of peace here on earth, and that
I was sent a message. I was told that. An angel came down and said, "Tell that nigga Don Lemon he ain't going to heaven."
people should have.
This is like intentionally trying to piss people off, bro. This is how you get. This is like them trying to activate the Baptist white people.
What you're doing?
Why so?
Well, I don't want to interview
any of their houses uninvited, cause derision and upset the doubt. Ultimately, it's not a good way. I feel violent. On one
Here they come.
On one side
Here they come.
are people who watch
The
A previous
resistance.
administration bring 12 million people in over the course of
Yeah.
4 years,
Power to the people.
and many of them undocumented.
I love seeing white people out there. We love black people!
Many of them criminals, etc. This is another administration's corrective. No.
And man, Malcolm X said, the most dangerous thing in the black community is the white liberal. Why do you think there is not a Malcolm X Day, but there is a MLK Day? Uh-huh. Look at these people in here just trying to praise the Lord. Boy, you do that shit. Listen, you do that in the South, you gonna have about 13 rednecks. Like, what you doing right here, boy?
Renee Good!
Renee Good!
Renee Good!
Who is this white
Renee
gentleman?
Good!
This is so insulting and horrible. Y'all still chanting that? Was Renee's hands up or were they on the steering wheel? I forgot. There are children in this church. Children. Oh, I'd be pissed.
Where are you standing for our people? Where are you? You drink your coffee, you got your...
You drink your coffee with your white face in this building and you don't like Somalians.
Your jewelry, you have your nice clothes, but what do you do? What do you do to stand for your Somali and Latino communities? I'm not gonna comment. You have no comment, exactly. Renee Good!
Hey, listen, it was horrible that Renee died, but let's just be honest here, right? I'm married, I got kids, I got a soccer van. I don't see my wife out here blocking ice ages. Well, you better keep your ass at home and you better help me pay these bills. We ain't got time to be blocking ice ages. Look at it. They should have started singing Waymaker just to clear these bastards out.
All these comfortable white people.
All these white
who are living
people.
lavish, comfortable lives. Those children are dragged into concentration camps. You're living real
Concentration camps.
nice lives with your lattes, doing absolutely nothing for your Latino and Somali brothers and sisters.
I'm telling you, bro, these type of white people right here, they hate themselves. Like they want to be like slaves.
A suit.
I've never seen people requesting to be slaves. How dare you? You don't like white black people.
Is a preacher? Did Jesus wear a suit? Did Jesus profit
No, Jesus wouldn't wear a suit, sir, because that was 2,000 years ago.
off the words? No, Jesus would dine with immigrants. Do not touch me. Touch me again and see what
Oh,
happens.
here comes Christian Dan. Now, Christian Dan here, he ain't gonna do shit. Look at that. Look at that.
You
Hey, bud. Hey.
are a fake Christian. Why
Fake
are you
Christian?
not standing with your Somali and Latino communities? Why do I not see you out at Whipple every day?
Probably because people have to go to work. Probably. I can only imagine that if I had to pick making my rent, making my car payment and putting food on the table for my family over protesting over a bunch of immigrants that I don't really care about, and I honestly think that most of them should probably be locked up for fraud, but this is an insane take. These people are in a complete psyop. They have no way of making a critical thought. It's all just base level, whatever the NGO is paying them to say. They switch every year. It's ICE, it's Palestine, it's George Floyd. It's always something.
Protesting this attack on humanity. Where are you? You're sinners. You're pretending to be Christians. But we know you live an easy life, don't you? A very easy life while people are starving. Shame.
What is up with the Minnesota shit and them saying everybody's starving?
Out now.
Fake news magas are losing their mind over something that's not even true.
Oh, no, sir. This ain't got nothing to do with MAGA. This got everything to do with you taking your fagger ass up in that church and harassing people like that.
Yeah.
Now you want to circle back and act like, oh, well, I am in no
I like that, fagga.
affiliation association.
Church.
It's causing more and more and more problems.
Yep.
You, by the way, who keeps saying that white people are devils, but you married to a white man.
Oh.
So does that make you the devil's broad?
Married to a Chad. All you need is a fat white man, and we can look at you like the fat white girls down in the hood and always got that little skinny black dude that they got like 4 kids together, and you know we be cheating on her.
I'm trying to understand,
fat one.
what is it exactly that you are doing, and what is it exactly that you want us to think that you're doing?
I don't know.
You are opposition to any and everything that is successful in this country. Anything that is trying to get this country together, you are in direct opposition of. But then you want to come back and try to play the victim. No. You're not a victim, Don. You are not a victim. You are 100% guilty of all the shit that you have already done.
Yeah.
And you keep doing it. Then you keep doing it. Then you want us to come in and go, oh, well, you know, it's the news. It's the news. You're a damn journalist yourself.
Boy.
Listen, people, I keep trying to tell you, we're doing a complete separation. If you are not a melanated American, if you are not one of our non-melanated cousins, all y'all can get out.
I want them all out, bro. And you can take some of the Americans that want to go with them. Y'all, hey, if you outside protesting in Minnesota, won't you go with them? Go to Somaliland and do your protest and shit.
This country. And
Don Lemon needs to be charged with a hate crime. That is absolutely insane. This is just insane, man. This is insane.
Of what's going to happen here. When you violate people's due process, when you pull people off the street, you start dragging them and hurting them and
up to your church and disrupt your shit even though you ain't got nothing to do with it.
And not abiding by the Constitution, when you start doing all of that, people get upset and angry. And if you remember what the Civil Rights Movement was about, the Civil Rights Movement was about these very kinds of protests. There's nothing in the Constitution that tells you what time you can protest. You can protest at any time. That's the whole point of it.
He's explaining this is all we need to know. He was all in on this shit.
Disrupt, to make uncomfortable. And that's what they're doing. And that's what I believe when I say everyone has to be willing to sacrifice something. You have to make...
Yeah, sacrifice your time to praise Jesus so you can hear Don Lemon's BS. Look at that. And they got kids crying. Legitimately, kids were crying in this. I'm done with Don. I'm DJ Reels UN. If you haven't already, please follow, like, and subscribe. I want to get in the algorithm. I want to make more videos like this. I'm just here to critically think, and maybe as Americans we can just make one of these people have common sense enough to, oh, that's a horrible.
And Michigan, and then we're going to Washington, D.C. to take back the White House. Ah!